Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I will be reviewing the Jurassic World Chaos Theory, Jurassic World Epic Evolution figures. It's confusing because, Mattel released the Epic Evolution line and then they're doing Chaos Theory. I guess because they didn't want to reveal anything, but it's really confusing. But here we have neovenator and triceratops. So these are gigantic trackers, which is kind of weird because, gigantic trackers already existed in the Dino Trackers line, so it's like, oh, they must have run out of ideas or something. They just had a brain fart, but anyway. So getting into the figures, the Triceratops, well, there's actually two versions of this one, apparently. And I think also they did two versions of the Mapusaurus, which I already did a review on the Mapusaurus a while back, so check out the channel to see if you can find that video. It's like one of my older, like at the bottom kind of, but anyway. So we have the Triceratops here. So there's actually two versions of this figure. There's this lighter grayish white Triceratops, and then there's this green one here. So the lighter gray one, unfortunately, I do not have that one. It did not show up in stores, and I could have gone over to different places to check and see, but I did not, and I kind of I was late. But anyway, so we have the green version here. And you can see the horns are actually a different piece, so when being rough with them and stuff, they don't paint chip or anything. And, there's not really a large chance of getting injured because these are actually a bendy, plasticky material. The detailing is nice on this figure. There's some, armor plating almost that runs down the back of the figure. I gotta position the camera a little bit. This maybe... Alright, it's balancing. Alright, so, on the back of the Triceratops, there's this armor plating here that runs down its back. Kind of like armadillo-ish a little bit. It's kind of interesting. And then there's also these, the scutes kind of are painted brown. There's more of those here on the frill, around the face here. There's more of that splotchy brown color around the eyes. The eye is painted yellow. The beak is this lighter sandy gray color. And that coloration actually continues down. And then I'm gonna expand the neck because it's kind of part of the action feature, but as you can see, the under color on the underbelly, and then it stops right here at the underbelly, and then it doesn't continue on to the tail. And it seems to happen with these brown scutes too, because you can just, if you don't pay attention to anything else except for on the figure, the tail is just a plain color, which Mattel did a pretty good job hiding that, hiding the, unpainted tail with all this other detail at the front part, but, still, dude, come on, please. But anyway, so the articulation-wise, there's the tail articulation, which you can do like that, arm articulation, leg articulation. It is kind of ratchety. It's weird because it kind of moves. It's interesting. And then the legs, of course, also. And then the neck and the head, that moves. That's part of the action feature. There's the evolving feature, which we'll do in a little bit. But so back here at the back of the frill, there's a little there's a slide thing that you push upwards, and that makes the spikes come out. And then you have an evolved Triceratops. And then action feature, you spin the wheel. But it's basically just another head striking movement. And for the scan code, you can just pull that up here. So you can pause the video if you want to scan that. And then just the comparisons with, I don't know, another Triceratops. The older one, it is definitely bigger, as you can see here. I'll just kind of position the head down like that. It is larger for sure, and you can just see that there. I'm gonna put them like side by side like that. Yeah, although this Triceratops seems to be like almost the same length as this one, I'm gonna try to position the neck a little bit like that, similar to the brown Triceratops. But as you can see, they are actually very different. As you can see here, it's just kind of a basic plain colors, and you know, the texture, the skin is basically the same. But then on this one, it's like armor plating, and then here, you know, there's the spikes on the head, and like the face is just very different. Like the design on this one, they did an all new take on this design, like just comparing the two like that. Yeah, very all new take on this figure. Well, I mean, unless they do another Triceratops figure that also looks different from this one, or this one. They also, although this one is not the biggest Triceratops, they released the Dino Trackers Triceratops from before. It's pretty big. It definitely sizes up pretty well to the T-Rex. It's the Habitat Defender Triceratops, I think. It is actually a pretty big figure. And it actually does resemble the Hammond Collection Triceratops a lot. And it features like a moving jaw, an articulated jaw, which the Hammond Collection Triceratops surprisingly did not have. So, yeah, so get that one out of the way. Sorry, my reviews are a little cloppy right now because, you know, I haven't really been posting a lot because, you know, school started and all that junk. Anyway, so here's a comparison with the human figure. Oh my gosh, I should have chosen a different figure to compare with. This guy hates standing. I should have used one of the Jurassic World minis stands. But, you know, there's a comparison with the Triceratops. Just to kind of, like, you can see it is pretty large compared to the human figure. But, anyway, I'm going to move that. And moving on to the next figure, the neovenator. I'm just going to position the camera a little higher because this one is actually pretty tall. So right off the bat, you can see here, there's quite a big amount of paint variation here. So you can see the eye is painted red, and like all around the face, it's like this yellow color. Although, like, now that I actually look at the face of this figure, it looks pretty weird. But anyway, so, you know, there's the color around the face, you know, there's the yellow, the brighter yellow color, the jaw is also yellow, and then it goes all the way down to the underbelly, and stops right here. The arms are like this light tealish color, and you can see, like, it kind of, like, it starts up right here, and then just kind of flows out through the figure, all the way up to here. And then there's also this darker bluish purple color that like splotches and stripes and stuff. And then the feet are actually that same darker purple blue color. And the striping and stuff goes all the way to the tail. The tail, of course, is just a solid darker purple bluish color. And then the spines, of course, you can see here, they're like a reddish color. The nails, like, no nails or anything are painted. Like, oh my gosh, the thing is kind of annoying, because, you know, I just move it, the head goes down. Stay up. Like, the neck is kind of floppy. It's a little annoying, but, I mean, I guess, you know, couldn't do everything. Mattel couldn't. Well, anyway, so then you can see here the jaw articulation. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the teeth are a different piece that's like set in the mouth. You can see right there. Like, wait, what the? Oh wait, all right, there we go. So the teeth are actually a separate piece, and they're all like they're kind of like soft and stuff. They do that to avoid paint chipping. Thank you, Mattel. The figures will not they won't have paint chipping issues like with the paint rubbing off when you're rough with it or something like that. And they're also not hard, so you know when you bite it down really hard. I'm actually doing it right now. Here, proof. But it doesn't even hurt. I mean, I guess to leave a mark, but you know, I'm fine. So articulation wise, also there's tail end articulation. The feet, I don't think they're meant to swivel. The legs, of course, you know, it's actually limited, just like the Allosaurus. Like you can't really move the legs around that much. It's only like forward in a normal position and backward a little bit. But yeah, not really that much articulation on the legs. The legs are very limited. And I guess you can position the arms, like, although it's kind of tricky because, you know, part of the action feature and stuff. But you can actually, you know, position the arms around, like, different positions like that. Pretty cool. Same with this arm, too. But then in the action feature, oh my gosh, why does the head keep falling down? But anyway, so, you know, we have the spines that you actually pull up, and then it's got like a little mohawk there. It's got a mohawk. And then the scan code, which you can pause the video if you want to scan this. And then moving on to the action feature. Oh wait, again on screen. It's basically like this chomping. Well, you roll the wheel, the arms and the head move around to attack. Like this arm moving. Oh, wait, I'm going to position the arm a little bit more forward. Yeah. So basically, it's just this arm and head attacking action feature. But it is a pretty cool figure. As you can see, I just positioned it like that. But, you know, yeah. These two figures are pretty cool figures. Oh, I forgot to do comparisons with the neovenator. He's just Fallen Kingdom Metriacanthosaurus. This figure seems to be a pretty common Fallen Kingdom figure. So, you know, I just brought that one in. And here's a human figure for comparison. Oh, we fell down. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Human figures. But, you know, there's a comparison in size. I'm going to get this Metriacanthosaurus out of the way. But, yeah. So, like, subscribe, you know, share the video, whatever other stuff YouTubers typically say. Check out Jurassic Jacob. That's my buddy Jacob's channel. He does figure reviews and stuff like that also. And, see you on the next one.